jaw jacked. For stepping in my zone, you wanna play the Game of Thrones? Get your head chopped, show 'em that the king is home. New era Corleone, don't ever cross the fam, cause once you do, yes, it's getting rubber stamped. I mean, I'm getting amped. You better take cover or get your heart broke apart like a jilted lover. I wasn't thinking of you.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Vine. Mr. Vine, Shuttle Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel. Cuz Mo back in the building.
Back in the building.
After taking a week off. Took the week off, the worst week off.
The worst week to take
ever.
off.
Because he didn't get to talk about Spoils of War.
Man. Hated that. But I came back and seen it.
And we back this week for another Game of Thrones review. This week we're talking about Season 7, Episode 5, Eastwatch for all the gangsters out there. Where you from, cuz? Eastwatch, nigga. What? Eastwatch, cuz. Crip walk on that.
You're stupid.
Tell me Eastwatch don't sound like a hood.
It does, okay?
It totally sounds like a hood.
It sounds like a hood.
Nigga, where you from? 25th Eastwatch, cuz.
Seven Kingdoms.
Seven Kingdoms. Oh.
Seven Kingdoms.
So, let's talk about this episode. You're stupid. We're already off the rails 2 minutes in. Let's talk about... Okay, first of all, let's do a quick... Because like I said, you weren't here last week, so I want to get your quick thoughts. We'll take about 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll try to
get your thoughts
2 minutes
on what you thought. Because I already did my review, so I want to get your thoughts on what you thought of Spoils of War last week. And basically, the Field of Fire 2.0.
Yeah.
And all that.
Oh, man. I mean, when I seen it, I mean, first of all, I had to stop it through the middle of the episode. I was watching it because of the fight scene with Arya and Brienne.
Yeah.
Which is completely ridiculous. I mean,
Completely
Arya.
ridiculous.
She's only done. So I was like, okay, that was good. I'm like, this episode is going really good. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Like I said, I tried to call you, tried to contact you.
Yeah,
like,
you did. You tried to call me.
It's going down.
I was so mad it took you that long to watch it.
I know. It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, it's going down this episode. All right. And then I was mad, I was like, okay, yeah, they went and robbed, the House Tyrell, and they riding back with the gold and everything else, and they talking. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what's going to go on from here. They're going to go in, pay back, whatever, and then them seeing Dany is mad about, how they lost and everything. I didn't think she was going to come back blasting like that.
Yeah. I didn't think they were going to come back like that.
I didn't think blasted. Okay. Just straight like that.
It was just so epic.
It was just so epic. It was like, so so they're sitting there talking. You hear the rumbling. I'm like, okay, is that the dragon? And you see the Dothraki just riding in. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, it's going down.
But my favorite,
okay, go ahead.
My favorite part of that, because we can't talk about you, but my favorite part is when Jaime says, when Bronn tells him, get back to King Landing, these fuckers are about to swarm us. Yeah. Jaime's like, we can hold them.
We can hold them.
Then you hear the roar of the dragon.
Yeah. And even if the dragon wasn't there, they still wasn't going to hold them.
You saw how the shredding those lines, paper. Shredding those lines.
Okay, it was just, like you said, overkill with the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon was just overkill. That's like when the Dothraki told Tyrion, your people can't fight. I'm like, dude, you guys had a super huge advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, like you said, 10,000 Dothrakis on horseback, charging a sitting army, they're going to get decimated regardless.
Quickly.
But
dudes riding on horses, jumped over lines, and straightened. So yeah.
But the dragon was just overkill. I mean, the scenes of him turning those bodies to ash was surreal.
I mean, my favorite scene is, like I said, when you just see him going across the screen and he just blowing up
the supply line. Oh, it was epic. It was epic. It was epic.
Ridiculous.
All right.
I was like, so I was like, this week, how they going to top it? Is it going to be a letdown? And I mean, just as far as action, I can't say that. Because,
here's the thing
you can't go.
Because for me, I wasn't expecting another huge action piece. I didn't need that. I didn't want it.
It held up to me. It wasn't a letdown with the back and forth and the conversations and everything.
So let's get into this episode technically. That was the most quick review from last week. I wanted to make sure he got that in. But this week, we start off right where...
last week. It was just literally ridiculous.
We start off right where last week ended on the Field of Fire 2.0. Where the aftermath of the battle, you see all the troops. First of all, you see, the first thing we see is the smoke. And then we see Bronn and Jaime pulling themselves out of the water alive. And Bronn gives the most bitter speech to Jaime ever.
But accurate speech.
But super accurate.
Understandable.
Super accurate. Let's not forget.
Understandable.
He may be Sir Braun of the Blackwater. He is still a cell sword.
Yes. Yes.
And
Exactly
at
what it
this
is.
point, Jamie cannot afford to keep Braun for the price of a dragon.
No. I don't know how much he's gonna have to go get a case of gold bars
But
to even make him contemplate doing
yes.
it.
But Braun was just in rare form at the opening of this episode.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. When he called to this meeting, Kunt.
Yes.
Kunt. You
call him
don't
that?
get to die. A dragon doesn't get to kill you. Cersei doesn't get to kill you. You don't even get to kill yourself.
He says,
Until
"I
you give
get
me
it."
what you owe.
He said, but where our deal falls apart, where it is, was with dragons. And it's understandable.
Jamie was shook. Jamie was visibly shook. He was like, that was only one.
Yeah, he told me, he said, that was one. She got two more, and she decides to use them. Really use them.
He said, I'll say because I know you don't
Yeah.
want to say it. Braun said, you're fucked.
Don't you mean us?
No.
He said no.
You. Dragons is where our relationships end, brother.
And this is the first time where Jamie, he admits. I think he's realizing, until later on, and we'll discuss that,
We'll get to that.
that
We'll get
this
to the
woman
disgust.
has got me in over my head. We can't win this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time, it's still don't redeem him, but it's the
Still
first time
redeem
he's looking at, we can't win this. I need to talk to Cersei.
Yeah. So then we get the scene. I agree, first of all.
Yeah.
So then we get the scene of Dany rounding up the survivors of the battle, mostly Tarly and Lannister soldiers.
Yeah.
All of them.
I think it was like, it wasn't even half a squadron.
It was like maybe 100 men. Maybe.
I don't think it was that many.
Like maybe 100.
I don't
That's
think
being
it was
generous.
that
It
many.
might have been 100 men.
Like I said, I don't think it was that many. I think you calling it generous, you got to 50. But hey.
But it was, first of all, that shot, the visual shot of Drogon sitting on the rock.
Yeah.
And then that was a great shot. That was a great shot. She gives the speech. She tells the men, look, I know what Cersei's told you. I'm not here to burn down your houses and kingdoms. Bend the knee and work for me and we'll make it a better place. Or die.
I think it was almost.
And then when she says that, you get 2 or 3 soldiers that bent the knee.
Yeah.
And then everybody else stood there. They're like, man, you ain't gonna just kill our army and think we're gonna work for you. They stood their ground like some soldiers.
I respect that. I respect
Much
that.
respect.
Until Drogon spoke up.
Until Drogon said, I'm sorry, what'd y'all say?
Yeah.
Drogon rose his head off the giant rock and said, I'm sorry. The queen said bend the knee.
I just want to know how
What did you guys say?
he understood what she said. he was capable. He was fully aware of what was going on right there. I'm irritated. Smart dragon.
So then after the dragon spoke up, the other 70, however many,
Yes.
bent the knee. Then there was like 4 left standing.
10 people, after that, okay.
Two of them being the Tarleys.
Yes, it was still that's still very respectful. And like she said, I respect that. You guys ain't gonna do it. But what's his name? Tyrion called him out. He said, "Hey, well, wasn't you just served Cersei and all that?
Yeah.
Your log's a little flexible.
A little flexible.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. Nobody's caring what happens to Randall Tarly.
No, not really.
Dickon kind of grew a little respect for him after he saved Jamie
he was
last
still a jerk
week.
to his brother, but yeah.
I mean, he wasn't actually that much of a jerk to. If you remember, he wasn't that much of a jerk to Sam. He was partial. He didn't go to Sam's defense, but he wasn't taking shots at Sam like Sam's dad was.
Right.
So, Dickon's. I don't have anything against Dickon,
Right.
but he rode for his father, and
Which is understandable.
But Tyrion said we almost got to see the destruction of a whole nother house.
Almost. You keep forgetting,
Keep forgetting Sam's still out there.
Sam's still out there. Now he's the man.
Now he's the head of that house.
Head of the house.
Because they didn't bend the knee and Drogon burnt them with what you called some laser point precision fire.
Accuracy with the fire.
Because I was really close to the rest of the
It was. It wasn't like they took him out in the field or behind the rock somewhere.
Behind the rock.
They just moved him from here to over here and say, "Hey, stand right here."
You're not going to bend the knee? Could you move over this way a
Just
little
get a couple
bit?
steps over to the right.
There, perfect. Dracarys!
Yeah. Pinpoint accuracy. I'm irritated. Irritated with the pinpoint accuracy with the fire.
Oh.
And just roasted him alive.
So then after that, Tyrion looked very upset about that. Tyrion looked very upset. Why What was after that? Was after that? Was we were? Did we get the scene?
He goes. He's talking with the spider because but no, I think they sent it flashed to Bran, and he's fighting squadron of ravens.
Yeah, that's right. Then we get the shot of Bran Worgen, and we see
the massive army of the dead. That
army's huge, bro.
It's just growing.
That army is huge.
It's just growing. It's ridiculous.
Huge, and they're basically at Eastwatch.
Right.
They're almost there. Like they basically gave us a shot of how close they were to Eastwatch. They show us Eastwatch, and then they show the birds flying over Eastwatch. They fly over like two little small mountains, and then the army's right there. So they're close.
Yeah, they're
close. And so then Bran sends ravens to basically the whole country,
to everybody, right?
Telling them, hey, the army of the dead is almost here. You guys might want to do something about it. So then that's when we cut to
Which shocks me because like they show they get it to the Citadel, and they show they get it to
Dragonstone.
Yeah. They didn't send it to the Seven Kingdoms or anything, or because they didn't show.
They didn't. That's true. I mean, I guess we're supposed to assume that they did, and
they're just not caring.
They're just not caring, or they're just not listening. But I mean, for our point, it's not really that important for us to see the rest of the kingdoms. I mean, if we know, because I guess the Citadel is supposed to pass. Sam tells the Citadel, you guys should pass the word to the rest of the people.
That's right. He said, because if y'all say it, they'll believe it.
Yeah, because if you guys say it, they'll believe it. Exactly. So, but that was that whole scene. So that was the next scene. We get the whole scene of them talking about it, and then Sam hears them talking about it. He chimes in, and that's when he tells them, "Hey, you guys need to do something. This is real.
Right?
I've seen it." They don't listen to him.
And it's like almost in every show, every movie you watch, the people in charge, you got the one person trying to tell them this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and the people who make the decisions don't believe them until it's falling down on their head.
Yeah, until it's falling down on their head. That's typical. Which is, if I'm gonna be honest, I would expect something a little better from Game of Thrones from that. That's a little typical television trope that you usually see, but I'm not gonna harp on them about it because they've done a million things great. So they got to fall into a couple tropes. But that's absolutely something you would see in a cut and paste action movie or a cut and paste TV show.
Right.
So that's a little irritating to see the masters not taking it serious enough. When you have somebody who's telling you, hey, I've seen these things.
I've seen them, right.
Yeah. So that's true. I agree with you on that. That's a little frustrating. And you can tell, and actually you can tell how frustrating it was for Sam because of what he does later in the episode.
I mean, you can tell he's just been frustrated and he feels like he's been stifled. And like I said, a little guy coming to the big city with hopes and dreams of making it big. And he's just all of a sudden, just like I said in the other podcast, just having it crushed. You know, he's like, hey, listen, I'm trying to tell folks.
I mean, since he's been there, he's cleaned shit and cut skip flesh off of a man who was...
And transcribed moldy books.
Yeah.
That's all he's done.
I mean, but let's be clear, give him props. Since he's been there, he did cure the grayscale. Not many masters have done that since they've been there.
No, not any. Because the last one who tried it caught it himself.
He died.
So, props to him.
That's true. Props to him. Okay, so then after that, is that we get the shot of Dany returning to Dragonstone?
No, then you get, that's when Tyrion and the spider are talking.
Oh, and that's when they have the conversation
Yeah,
that was actually a funny conversation because you see the spider tapping the little raven note.
The little raven note, right.
And Tyrion's trying to make excuses for Dany, like, man, she kind of gave him an option.
You think he's not making excuses? He did. She did. He's like, I think this is a prime opportunity for the spider to keep his word, and if you feel like she ain't doing it right, go talk to her.
Yeah. I don't think so. So okay, so we're gonna get to this later, but I'm gonna ask right now. You're almost convinced that there's a spy within Dany's organization?
I think
for Cersei,
for what Cersei said, and how did she know? I think there's a spy somewhere in there.
Okay. And so
that's just a theory. That's what came across my mind.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. Let's finish this scene up. So so Tyrion and Spider are talking, and then that's when Spider tells Tyrion, hey, you got to get her to listen to you, man. I don't think she's as bad as the Mad King, but she won't be if she has good counsel around her, but so you got to make her listen. So then they talk about that, but the more important scene is the Raven, the note from the Raven.
Right.
It's a funny scene. Tyrion's like, who's that Raven from? It's for Jon Snow, King of the North.
He said, he read it. He said, it's an official seal from the King of the North. He said, it's for the King. He's like, what did you say? It ain't good at all.
It ain't good at all.
So yeah, you know what's for the King. You recognize the King. You ready?
So then the next scene after that is Jon telling Danny about the letter. That's when they're at the table of Dragonstone, right?
Right.
He tells Danny about the letter.
I know my sister and Braun was still.
Well, hold up. That can't be true because where do we get we forgot the scene about when does the scene come where Danny flies back with Drogon and Jon meets Drogon? That's before that.
Oh yeah, it has to be before that. That happens because they're out on the beach and then because they haven't come inside yet.
Yeah.
So he's holding it. Yeah. So
that scene must have been before the Tyrion and the Varys scene. I don't remember where that scene happened, but it was still very early on.
It was still very early on.
But so yeah, we get the scene of her flying back to Dragonstone on Drogon. Drogon lands and meets Jon.
Right.
And he's growling at him.
He rolls up on Jon like
Jon was shook. But he stood his ground.
Who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't be?
I mean, he's a dragon rolling up on you like.
Yeah. But Jon has stared death in the eye, literally, on many occasions. So you're not gonna punk Jon like that.
Yeah.
And Jon?
But I mean, either one, he was like, one wrong move, I'm roasted.
Yeah, one wrong move, I'm roasted.
But he was like, he was a soldier. He reached out and touched him, like, yeah.
Gave him a little pet. Danny was looking at him like, is he eating him? He's not eating him.
I think that's when the starry eye started coming in her eyes. When she started looking at Jon.
There was a couple scenes in here where she was just
like,
panties was slushing.
She was just
staring
at him.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen that look since she looked at Khal Drogo. Okay, when she finally tamed him.
You said she never looked at Dario in the house like that?
No. That was just good old fashioned sex. That's all that was.
Oh, okay.
This one, she got stars in her eyes when she looked at Jon. That's just personally what I see.
Okay, so then we get the scene. We're back up to see. We get the scene of them talking to Dragonstone. He tells him about the army of the dead. Getting ready. He's like, man, I gotta go. Is that when he tells her that he has to leave?
Right,
and then she's like, I didn't give you permission to leave.
Right, and that's when the whole plot came together about getting one of the dead bodies. So that's and Tyrion sinking into.
So I actually like this because they have a legit conversation. Okay, you're right. This war isn't the most important thing. She finally starts to believe about the War of the North. Oh, we almost forget a scene. While they're talking, that's what we forgot. When she's talking to Drogon, when her and Jon are talking after he meets Drogon, we get the return of Jorah.
That's right.
We get the return of Jorah.
They're talking.
And then the Dothraki walk up with Jorah, and so Jorah's Mormont's back.
Right.
And he's back. That was a cool little reunion. He's cured at grayscale, looking like fresh young Jorah.
Hold on. Once again, he's getting put in second place because he's still in love with Danny. He done went and risked life and limb to find a cure from something to make a cure back so he can come back to the woman he loved. Just to see her looking starry-eyed at someone else.
At another young man. I tell you,
yes.
If Jordan don't understand by now, this is a young man's game.
I'm telling you.
If Jordan don't understand, this is a young man's game. I had to remind her what Dario told him. You may not be able to ride the dragon. He might be too old to ride the dragon.
He gonna risk life and limb try. Okay? Break a hip or something, he gonna try. That man came back from just the 7 Kingdoms cancer.
He did. Okay. Found a cure for cancer.
Okay.
So he can beat cancer for you, Daddy. If you don't throw him some sympathy piece, you don't throw him a sympathy piece.
Damn. Okay, get back on track because I just once again he's out again.
So they having the discussion about him leaving. She's like, I don't give you permission to leave. But that's when you're right. That's when they come up with a good plan. They finally come up with a plan of what to do about the army for the dead. Right. Kinda. They're like, in order to get these people...
I wouldn't say it's a good plan.
But it's better than anything. It's better than the not plan that they had before.
Right.
So the plan is they're going to go north, bring back a zombie, throw it at the feet of Cersei so she can be like, look, can we stop fighting and fight the army of the dead? Because they're going to kill us all.
Right.
If it was anybody else, it would probably work. Cersei is so far gone.
And you see, she's
so far. She basically. So we'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a good plan, though. But it's a good plan.
It's tough not to go there because I know we need to get there. But it's all right there.
Yeah, it's all right there because it pisses me off. I remember 10 minutes after, and I'm still yelling at the TV how much I hate Cersei, how evil she is.
I just want to go on record. I've been trying to tell this man about how evil Cersei is. He didn't really believe me. Hold on. He believed that she was evil.
Super evil.
He didn't believe me how evil.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not true. I totally understood how. I'm just saying it's the level. We're comparing how evil she is to how good her box is that will compel you to keep doing evil shit even though you know she's evil. I'm talking to you, Jamie. Come on, man.
I'm telling you, you just whatever you thought the level that you thought she was at, it was deeper. And I think you finally realized that today.
I mean, she's so
I'm trying to
crazy.
tell you.
She's so crazy.
I've been trying to tell you for the last
we'll get
5
back,
seasons.
Let's just talk about it right now because it's pissing me off. She's so crazy. Jamie goes to... Okay, we got to talk about this before we go to Jamie. Let's talk about the meeting between Jamie and Tyrion. We get a reunion, Jamie and Tyrion. Bronn sets up a meeting, Bronn being the all-around gangster that he is.
Yes.
Sets up a meeting under the guys who training with Jamie. Basically tells Jamie, dude, we're going to die. You need to get better. You suck at sword fighting.
Right.
Let's train. Takes him down to the dungeons where the dragon's heads are at.
It was smart to give him a training sword.
And who's down there? Lo and behold, it's Tyrion coming with a mess. First time he's seen his brother since his brother freed him from jail.
Right.
Tyrion thinks it's going to be a great reunion. He realizes, oh yeah, Jamie's kind of pissed at me because I killed our dad.
Yeah.
And it's true. Jamie he's not happy to see Tyrion.
And then here's the thing that made me once again mad with Jamie and Cersei. What I'm saying, he's just not redeemable. He wants to be mad at Jamie for killing her dad, but like Tyrion said, he's never like you've known what he's been, because you've been the one protecting me, so you've known how he's done me.
And so
you were like, you knew he was going to have me killed when I was innocent.
Absolutely.
What do you think I'm supposed to do? Then he stole my girl.
Watch the camera. You taking the camera out.
I'm sorry.
Technical difficulties, people.
Sorry.
But no, you're true. And the thing about it, when he tells Jamie that, oh, he told you. When
and then, hold on, I'm sorry. How you gonna? I'm telling you right now. If I ever hear, God forbid, okay, I'll say, if I hear my exes calling someone else my name, nickname, it's on.
No, that's what she was dead to me too.
She was like,
my line.
Yeah.
Stab her, Tyrion. Stab her.
He choked her out. I'm sorry. But violence is wrong, kids.
Okay. So the thing about it was, everything you said about Jamie is 100% accurate.
Right.
When Tyrion said those things to Jamie, even Jamie was like, yeah, you're kind of right. He didn't want to admit it to Tyrion
He didn't want to admit it,
but he admitted it. That's why he went back and told Cersei that I met with Tyrion. He went and told Cersei that he met with Tyrion. And that's when, okay.
And this is why I say I think there's a spot, because how does she know already?
So he goes
unless someone told this is getting ready to happen.
So Jamie goes to meet Cersei and tells her that he met with Tyrion to try to bring peace. He tells Cersei, we cannot win this war.
Right.
This war is unwinnable. And Cersei's like, Cersei agrees. She actually agrees that the war is unwinnable.
Did they meet once or twice? Because he was telling her about, it wasn't Tyrion that killed Joffrey.
That was all the same scene.
Oh, okay.
That was all the same scene. No, that was all the same scene.
Right.
That was all the same scene where he tells her it wasn't. Yeah, he tells her it wasn't. It was Lady Olenna, and she's like, first of all, she doesn't even believe her.
Yeah, no, until, like I said, you saw it sink in.
Yeah.
When she said, who do you think she would have rather seen Marjorie married to?
Yeah.
Joffrey or
Then
Tommen?
it sunk in.
How do you think she was going to control and be the real ruler of the Seven Kingdoms?
Yep.
And then you seen it really sink in to her head. And this is why I would say she's so evil, because she recognized it and
didn't
still
care.
Did not care.
I agree.
That Tyrion wasn't the one.
I agree. It's very true. It's very true. Yeah, and then the reveal, he basically, and she understands that they're going to lose. She understands that they're going to lose. But she's like, win or lose, we're going to die anyway. So I'm just going to fight. And then that's when we thought she was pointing to her vagina.
I really was like, is she just that psychotic?
She's that crazy. She's like, this is what you're fighting for. This is what you're fighting for, Daddy. Come get it.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's not that. Their box ain't that good. It's just not that good.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. She did something. She said something that was like, oh no, not almost. Even worse after that, when we did, realize what she was actually pointing to, and she was like, "Who you gonna say the father is?" Say it's you.
She's like, people are gonna like that. What are they gonna do about it? Like, yeah. I mean, her swag is through the roof right now.
Right.
She's feeling untouchable.
She's like, anyone who's gonna say something, she's gonna have him killed.
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm like, that's the same thing you're accusing Danny of about to come in and do to everybody.
And then she tells Jamie that she knew about the meeting with Tyrion.
Yeah.
And she tells Jamie as she's hugging him and tells Jamie that she's pregnant.
I still like that.
I don't believe
soap
her.
opera stuff.
I don't believe her. Is she lying? You think she's lying?
I kind of do.
That look she gave him, but then she tells him, "Don't ever betray me again."
Yeah, don't ever betray me again.
She's so crazy.
Here's the thing. It could be true, but she's so crazy manipulative. I wouldn't be surprised if she's using it as a manipulative ploy to bring him back in.
Absolutely. And she's, oh my God, she's so crazy. Okay, we gotta move on. We gotta talk. She's.
Now you know where I'm trying to come from.
So while Gendry and while Davos and Tyrion sneak in to have the meeting with Jamie, Davos goes down to Flea Bomb and we get the reunion of Gendry, who we haven't seen since like season 3.
Nice.
And I thought that was actually a really good callback. And why does Gendry come into the game bouting? I mean, he comes in about that life, ready to do it.
He's ready.
He's tired of being in Flea Bottom making swords.
I would be too.
I would be too.
I would be too. He's ready. I'm ready to get out, ready to do some things, ready to see some things.
Let me ask you a question. How much of him kind of wants to hit up Davos on the low, like, yo, I mean, I know she tried to kill me and everything, but what's up with the rap on me?
Nah,
you remember last time she
yeah. Nah, he's through with her. He's through with her.
I'd be through with her too. She did put leeches on his dick.
Yeah.
She's hot. I'm weak when it comes to beautiful women.
I'm not. You're not crazy.
Okay, Portland Mo. Inside jokes for the 7 people who get that watching this one.
Oh, you're so stupid for that.
So we get. Let's continue with the show before it goes off the rails.
Yeah.
So we get the reunion. Gendry joins up with the squad.
Yeah.
John, Sir Davos, and they're headed up, and Jorah, and they're all headed north to the wall to get the evidence to bring back about the Whites.
Right.
So then they get to Eastwatch by the sea, and who do they find there? They get a reunion with Tormund. First of all, we get to see Tormund for only the 2nd time this season.
I know. I mean, for real.
That which is awesome. All the scenes with Tormund's always great.
I like it. He even had time to slide in. Hey, you just gonna bring my woman up here.
Where's the big lady
at? Big lady at? He's like, how many queens is there?
I'm totally buying Tormund and Brienne. Can they please hook up?
No. The only reason I'm saying no to that, because Tormund, she and Brienne need to go free Jamie from Cersei. Because she's in love with Jamie. I'm convinced of that.
Jamie's a lost cause, Mo. You said it a million times.
Go free himself.
Come on, man. It's done.
Yeah, you're right.
It's done for Jamie.
Chop that up, yeah.
Tormund will body slam Brienne. That'll be some rough love making, okay? They'll both be in the tits of care after that one is over. Both of them be in traction, son.
Man. Oh, man, yeah.
So we get that scene. They go, it's a cool reunion. They get to Eastwatch. They get to reunion with Tormund. And who else is at Eastwatch? Already locked up. We get Beric Dondarrion, Thor Samir, and the Hound.
Nice.
So now we officially have the Fellowship of the Rings.
Okay. Yes. 7 Kingdom style.
7 Kingdom style, ready to go.
And I love because, it's always classic hero stuff.
Yeah.
They all come together. They don't like each other for
They don't like each other.
Everyone wants to do their own thing, but they're like, hey, at the end, we're all on the same side. Like John said, because we're all breathing.
They said, what side is that? The side is breathing. We're all breathing.
Okay,
exactly.
so we're all with the same thing. We may not like and trust each other, but we're all here for the same common goal. We have to end up here at the same time. Yeah. And they just linked up to be like the 7 Kingdoms version of, SEAL Team 6 right now.
For real. But you look at that.
What they about to go do.
They got some hitters in that squad. If you look at the fighters in that squad, you got the Hound, Beric Dondarrion, and Thor Samir, who are all pretty good fighters. Right. Especially Beric and the Hound. You got Jon Snow.
Yes.
You got Tormund. You got Jorah.
Yeah.
And then you got Gendry with his Warhammer, with his new Warhammer. We don't get to
see what Gendry can really do now.
That's what, yeah. He murked up the 2 Lannister soldiers by the beach.
Yeah, that was practice. That was a warm-up.
That whole scene was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it was. With the fermented crab.
With the fermented crab, a.k.a. Westerosi Viagra.
Westerosi Viagra. Exactly. He said, you better hurry to your favorite establishment before you put a hole in that chain down. Oh.
All right.
I was dying.
All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about, which is a great thing, because I'm glad we're actually talking about it last, because it's very interesting. The whole story between Arya, Sansa, and Littlefinger.
Yeah.
because me and you were we both thought something different, and you ended up being right. Let's start with the first scene of Arya getting mad at Sansa because Sansa's holding court in Winterfell like she should. You see some of the other lords are a little upset at Jon because he's not there. And Sansa, while she defends Jon, she doesn't defend him the way Arya feels like she should.
And I felt the same way too. She was like, Jon, but I'm like, she wasn't very convincing.
Yeah.
She wasn't very convincing. She didn't like, no, look, Jon's doing this is for the betterment of us. This is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Everyone chill out. She was just like, oh, well,
So you get the scene of Arya and Sansa having that conversation in their old parents' room, and Arya brings it up. This is mom and dad's room.
This is mom and dad's room. You've always been, and Arya called her on the step. You've always been like this. You've always thought you was better than everyone else. Mm-hmm. You know, flashing back to the first season when she thought she was big stuff, getting to go marry Joffrey.
Yeah.
So Arya was right, and I'm like, when she asked her, do I have to call you my lady or whatever it was?
In last week's episode?
Yeah, she was like, yes.
I felt like she was only kind of joking about that.
No, she wasn't.
So then later, you get
this. Told you about earplugs. A lot more I gotta say about her. I digress, it's her.
She's beautiful. Sansa, you know I love you, girl. Holla at me, Sophie Turner.
Yeah. I like Sophie Turner.
So then the last scenes we get are of Arya following Littlefinger around because she thinks Littlefinger's up to something. She sees Littlefinger meeting.
He is up to something.
He is up to something. Right. She sees Littlefinger meeting with people. She's following him. She breaks into Littlefinger's room, finds the Raven that has the note that Sansa wrote to Robb.
Right.
When Sansa was being held captive in King's Landing back in season 1, telling Robb to come to King's Landing and bend the knee for the new King Joffrey.
Right.
She sees that, and now now Arya sees it.
And then I think what set it up even more was when Littlefinger said, "Lady Stark thanks you for your service."
Yeah. Lady Stark thanks you. So she thinks that you could totally see Littlefinger is totally trying to divide the Stark siblings.
Right, and I said, Littlefinger knows he's being followed.
Yeah, I didn't think she did. I didn't think he did. I thought Arya was smarter than that.
Littlefinger knows he's being followed.
Okay. And you were right. Yeah. He knows. So I thought Arya was running a game on him and was ahead of him, and he was playing her. Littlefinger still has a couple tricks left up his sleeve.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
So here's the last. So we're going to end it on this question. We're going to end it on this question. Do you think Littlefinger will outsmart Arya at the end?
In the end?
In the end of this season, before this season is over, do you think Littlefinger will be successful in dividing Arya and Sansa against each other, or do you think it'll backfire and he'll end up getting killed?
I think honestly, he will be successful by the end of the season in dividing them. But whenever the next season comes, then it'll backfire.
So you think he's not going to die this season?
No.
Okay. All right. I still think he dies this season. I don't think so, because it's the same way I said with I don't think Jaime's dying yet. Okay. I think he's gonna definitely,
because if Jaime dies, then Cersei has no hope.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing keeping Cersei alive. That's gonna keep her alive the next season. Same thing with Littlefinger. I think what he's doing is is for his own preservation too.
He's playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah, for his own preservation and everything else. And he's fighting for his statue because he's taking out his lust for Catherine Stark on Sansa.
Yeah, absolutely.
And wanting to be a ruler or a king somewhere somehow. And so I think that's still going to carry over, and he'll probably get his in the end with everyone else. But I don't think it's going to happen yet. If it does happen, it'll be a surprise. It'll be a welcome surprise. But I don't think it's going to happen.
All right. Well, we only got 2 episodes left, so if it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen soon.
Right. So, and plus, I'm saying it can't happen too soon, because if he goes, then I think the Knights Vale go, and they need it.
Well, here's the thing about it. If they do it in a way where they can prove to the Knights of the Vale that he was dirty, the Knights of the Vale will still stay loyal.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Littlefinger's just shiesty.
He's super manipulative. All right. That's it. This is another great episode. What was the highlight of this episode for you?
The highlight of the episode for me? I guess, Dragon sitting on a rock.
I think that was I think the opening is the whole episode was dope, but I just loved the whole thing with Braun at the beginning with him talking to Jamie.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
That
to me.
and bending the knee and Dragon just roasting people with pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
And then John, with the Targaryen in him, making peace and becoming friendly with Dragon.
That was dope. Oh my goodness! One thing that I forgot we have to talk about. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick because it was a huge thing. We almost forgot.
I know what you're talking about.
Sam and Gilly in the Citadel talking about things, and it was such a. I love how Game of Thrones.
Rare time I've been irritated with Sam.
Yes, it was exactly
the only time
that you've been really irritated with Sam. Because they're having that conversation. You can see Sam is frustrated that the masters or the maesters aren't listening to him. Gilly's trying to read to him from a book of things that she's learning, and he's totally not listening. He's not listening to anything she's saying.
Just like the Mace's doing him, but he is doing his out of frustration.
Yeah, he's doing his out of frustration. And she drops the biggest bombshell of the episode that nobody noticed. Well, a lot of people noticed, but Sam absolutely didn't notice. She reads from a book that Rhaegar Targaryen divorced Elia Martell and got secretly married to somebody else. And they don't say the name, but everybody, come on, you have to realize by now that it was Lyanna Stark.
Right.
And that Rhaegar and Lyanna got secretly married, and they had Jon, which means Jon is the proper heir to the throne. We got that pretty much in spades this week, 100% confirmed, and nobody talked about it.
Nope.
I loved that. I loved this show. It was great.
Yep.
I thought that was a great moment.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I thought it was good.
Even
too.
you almost didn't catch it.
No, like I said,
you caught it, but
I caught it, but I'm like, I needed you provided the connecting piece for it. I said I caught it because I said he just missed something.
Yeah, you did say he just missed something.
He just missed something.
He just missed
but
something.
you had to feel the connecting piece for me. So I'm like, I knew it was huge. I'm like, that's understand. That's what made me mad. I'm like, dude.
Sam don't usually miss stuff like that.
No, he don't.
So and then the great thing about that, you saw him leaving the Citadel, stole some books.
You saw where he's headed.
Yeah, and so
he's going to head back home, or
I think he heads to Winterfell. That's the only logical place that he heads to Winterfell.
I guess.
So, it's either Winterfell or the Wall. Castle Black. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up. We went way over this week, but that's fine. It's totally over. Totally worth it. Great conversation. Make sure to be back next week. You only got 2 episodes left, people. You gonna be back next week?
I will be back next week. Yeah.
All right,
man, 2 episodes.
2 episodes left.
Man.
But it's been great. It's been a great season.
It's been a real great season.
Until next week, make sure you keep it locked right here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn.
And Cousin Mo.
Until next week, you know how we do. Peace. 100, y'all.
To the end with you, I'ma go. To the end with you, I'ma go. Said I'ma go. I heard him say.